Will Ospreay throwing shots at Triple H for the shots that were thrown at him. Now, there's going to be people saying, like, oh, Triple H wasn't talking about him. Bro, he was totally talking about him. All right. Read between the lines. He may have been talking about multiple people, but that definitely included Will Ospreay. Now, people here who know Will Ospreay know that this guy is a mother effing hustler. He's got like how many freaking 5-star matches? He's gone and traveled all over the world wrestling the very finest. There's a reason why he is where he's at. There's a reason why he's getting the paycheck that he's getting, because he has hustled and he has worked. However, during this WrestleMania week, there was a lot of shots that were fired at AEW talent. And one of them was Triple H basically saying, let me read the direct tweet. Okay. The direct quote here, because I don't want to mess things up. Triple H said, if they are not here to be all in on this, when I see people coming out of trying to make it and then they pick a job, well, they work less, the schedule is lighter, then I'm like, I'm glad I didn't pick you. If you're not in it for the grind at that point early in your career, you have no business being here.
I don't know if I've ever heard the full quote until you said it right now, and I am blown away.
What? Okay, if you're Will Ospreay, would you not be pissed about that?
Oh my God, hand me a mic, Tony. I'm about to let it happen on this guy. That's insane.
Right?
Like I heard like a little piece of that, and I was like, oh, this guy is about the tattoo or something. And I was like, oh, that's funny, blah, blah, blah. But
yeah,
that
was
like
the punk quote. Yeah,
that
different.
is like, I'm talking shit. And like, bro, this is Will Ospreay. It's funny because that the Dave quote had just came out about his match with Hobbs, where Dave was like, Ospreay is too hard. He's doing these matches too crazy. He doesn't need to be taking these giant bumps. And it's like every one of Ospreay's matches, like 5 of your bullshit matches over there, Triple H. 1 is 5. But Denise, before Ospreay let him have it on there, I also let this man have it. You were at these shows. This guy started the show on the weekend, ended the show, and then he started the show again on Raw. What are you doing? Why are you out here? Why are we seeing your face so much? This ain't about you, big dog, but the big dog made it about him. So full circle, I'm glad that Will Ospreay was like, why is this guy talking? What are you talking about? I don't run from nothing. I am this business. Beautiful. I loved it. It was perfect.
So I'm a Triple H fan. You can literally, you can see the mask right behind me. Okay. Chill. I'm a Triple H fan, but God damn it, do I love Will Ospreay. See, there you go. I love Will Ospreay. All right. I think that it was, when I saw this quote from Triple H, I didn't agree with his quote. I did not agree with his quote. I did not agree with his statement. I do believe that people should go places where they can have a great life, not just a really good work-life balance, but also get paid handsomely. And I think that Will Ospreay has definitely done everything in his power to get himself to this level. Not everybody is making Okada money, Will Ospreay money in AEW, okay? That's not everybody's making that kind of money. I think Will Ospreay and Okada made great decisions with going with AEW, working that lighter schedule, and getting paid. That does not by any means mean that they're not willing to work for it. What?
Man, that's disgusting. And I'm going to show you Will Ospreay's worth right here, Denise. Everybody coming into this show and while the show was happening was talking about this video, this fight, this blah, blah, blah. Will Ospreay came out and made a headline on a show that was marred by something crazy. The top star, one of your top stars in this company, came and made a headline. That's how great this guy is. I'm so happy that Will Ospreay is on American television every week. The guy's great.
So this is what he said to Triple H, by the way. He addressed a rumor that he's afraid of the grind, and he said he doesn't really know where this came from. And then he says that, he kind of runs down his schedule about going to the UK, going to America, wrestling every single week, 8 to 10 hour flights. And he says, quote, normally I wouldn't rise to this type of bait, but seen as the guy that said it is only in the position he's in because he was grinding on the boss's daughter. You are in no position to tell me what the grind is all about, my friend, because you have no idea what I fight for. Let this be a painful jab back and a gentle reminder that you do not throw stones at an assassin with a machine gun. And I should add that he also motioned the grinding. And Reg, I had a bigger reaction to this than I did to the CM Punk fight. The CM Punk fight, I was like, okay, this dead. I lost it. I can't even say it. I lost it.
The grind, every time I hear the grind, I just think of Sable. If you wrestling fans of like when Sable started going on her women's championship run, and then she would say in all of her promos, "Are you ready for the grind?" And she would do this grind. Shout out to Sable, one of the pro wrestling legend. But every time I hear that, I think of that. This promo again was great, Denise. I love that he came with the heat. And yes, I keep jumping on and off of this fence of like how I feel about this. You got it. AEW, you don't need these ploys. You don't need any kind of tricks. You don't need anything. Will Ospreay is here. Okada's here. Bryan Danielson is here. Mercedes is here. We don't need tricks. I don't need to be talking about the other guy. Why are we talking about another guy? Will Ospreay's here. I don't need to be talking about CM Punk. Okada's here. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm like, you guys, I don't know.
I don't know what to say. I thought that Will Ospreay was right in having a thing to say about what Triple H said. Okay. And he went right below the belt because you know that this is something that you see it on Twitter all the time. People saying Triple H is only there because he married the boss's daughter. This has even been mentioned on WWE TV in past feuds of Triple H. Like, this is not anything new, but it does hit below the belt. Why? Because Triple H has done the work to, he made NXT what it was. He's out there now doing great stuff as the head of creative, as we just saw at WrestleMania 40. So he's out there doing all of the work, right? Yet people still want to attack. When they attack him, they go to, oh, well, you just married the boss's daughter and that's why you're there. And that's always, I think, if it were me, gonna hurt.
It's going to hit every single time, Denise. It'll never happen when he's because right now after Mania, he's out celebrating. He's like, I did this, you guys. We saw it. He said it a bunch of times. Reaction videos with his wife. Okay, sorry. He thinks he's that guy. So he's going to continuously, the easiest way to knock that guy down from his pedestal to be like, well, you're only doing it because of your wife. And it's always going to hit because it's always going to get under his skin.
Because it's like it takes away your as a man, you don't want to say, oh, I just got here because of the woman I married. No one wants that. That's like so insulting, right? So it's gonna hit and it's gonna work. And the shot that he threw just had me like jaw down. And my favorite part in all of this was how proud Will Ospreay was of it. Did you see that smirk on his face? He was like,
yes.
And he said it himself. He's a cheeky bugger. And he was like, I might screenshotted that shit. I might frame it up.
Yeah, no, Denise, I knew as soon as he started doing the promo and then he started getting into it and the crowd was into it. He was like, oh, I'm really about to give it to y'all. And then he really gave it up, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, so it was a lot here. I can't even believe I'm sitting here talking about Will Ospreay throwing a shot at Triple H. Like, and I saw someone on Twitter, on AEW television, I saw someone on Twitter say like, oh, he's going to be burning bridges, this and that. Bro, Cody Rhodes destroyed the throne. This man was just gifted a watch from Triple H. He destroyed the throne.
Denise, you said it. There's nothing else to say out of that. There you go. He's the world champion. This guy, they shook hands and hugged in the ring in the middle of WrestleMania, Denise. Like, nothing
still trips me out.
Yeah, it was wild.